Look at all you beautiful people from all over the world, man. I appreciate you tuning in today to spend some time with me. You guys know I love and appreciate that, unless, of course, you're new here. And if you are new here, my name is Dave. This is Cali's Groom Room. We talk about all things men's grooming and fragrance related on this channel. If it sounds good to you, then you may want to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. And why would you want to do that? Well, because this month I'm running a special. All those agenda items that I just mentioned, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, it's free. It is completely free all this month, the month of January 2022. So let me properly wish you, just in case you're new here, a Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. If you guys missed the last video on this mini series that I'm calling it, I did affordable, mass appealing fragrances, right? I'm going to leave that video down in the description below just in case you missed it. Actually, I'm going to pin it in the comment section. But today, we are going to be talking about spicier fragrances. So these are going to be, if I had to categorize them, I would say they're more like fall, winter style fragrances. But these are spicy fragrances that I have worn personally into the office, received great feedback. The feedback was so well received in the office that I wanted to share these 5 fragrances with you today. So again, this is going to be spicier fragrances. They're going to give you a bit more of an edge, if you will, in the office. And, the whole purpose why I'm doing these types of videos is as things progress in this mini series, you'll see that we're doing a lot of out of the box thinking in comparison to what maybe you've heard within the fragrance community, whether it be here on YouTube or many other platforms. I will always and forever, as long as I have this channel, want you guys thinking outside the box. Of course, I'm going to have your, well, that's, typical or usual. Yeah, of course we're going to run into those scenarios. But these style of videos that I wanted to do, this mini series that I'm calling it, if you will, I really want you guys to step out of your boundaries, and not think so much in the safe sense. Now, if you have a job where that makes more sense and that's all you could do, that's great. If you're like me and you could kind of wear sort of whatever you want within reason, this video is perfect for you. So, stay tuned. If you haven't noticed by now, see, we fuse things around here. You know what we fuse things? I can be serious, but I also at the same time have to be sort of quirky and funny. That's just me. That's me at the core, and I've got to bring that style and that little flair to you because that's who I am. And you guys need a real mofo in front of you talking to you. But anyway, I'm in the suit. It's time to get serious. Let's talk about some fragrances. You have a couple seconds now if you haven't subscribed to do so. I appreciate you. The first fragrance that we're going to be talking about today is well received in the fragrance community, whether it be here on YouTube or any other platform or forum you want to speak of. It comes from the house of Memo Paris, and you probably guessed it, African leather. This one here. Fantastic fragrance. That cardamom is so beautiful in here. It's lively. You have to be a fan of cardamom to appreciate this fragrance. But here, I find cardamom is so photorealistic to what it actually smells. I think they mimic the smell of cardamom here perfectly. It's got this bright citrus kind of pop to it, And it has this spicy nature about it. And all of that does make sense because after all, it is part of the ginger family. You also, within the fragrance, you also have this dry spiciness too, especially like when you get towards the dry down, things do dry out. And I'm thinking that that's kind of where they were going with the African theme here, because it makes sense when you think of Africa, you think of dry, you think of desert sands, things like that. Fantastic fragrance, great dry, spicy, woody. You have a leather here. The leather is lightly noticeable in the base. So the leather here is not all that strong or pronounced. To me, they could have called this African cardamom and I'd have been cool with that, But yeah, guys, this is great. It smells phenomenal dressed up. Now, again, you can wear this casually, but there's just something so special about dressing this one up that I would recommend and suggest to you, try this and definitely wear this one. Give it a shot in the office. And you don't have to worry about sprays and stuff like that, because on me, it doesn't go beast or anything like that. It's not super projecting. For me, it's moderate, but it's very long lasting. Just a touch on performance there briefly. But yeah, If you haven't put your nose on this, please do it. Give it a shot. Try it out. See if it's for you. And yeah, definitely wear this into the in the office. The next fragrance comes from a house. Actually, this fragrance right here from the house was my favorite. And then they just recently launched another fragrance that has, fortunately or unfortunately, I guess depending on the way you look at that, has overtaken the #1 spot. But this one here from the house of Zaharoff is called Noir. Noir was just love at first smell for me. I fell in love with this stuff. This is just right up my alley. I mean, you got everything in here. You have that bright, fruity top. I'm trying to think of what's in here. You have mandarin orange. You have bergamot in here. You have pink pepper. So you have that nice kind of fruity, zesty opening. And you get an herbaceousness as this heads toward the heart of the fragrance, you know, with things like cypress and basil, you know, just to name a couple there. The base is where the magic happens, though. The base, you have frankincense, you have myrrh. And then to balance it, because it's not just about the frankincense and myrrh, there's a creamy balance also within the base that takes the edge off of this smoky kind of woody facet that's going on here. You have sandalwood. So the sandalwood tonka combination really gives the base, like I was saying, a nice creamy, almost like vanillic type of a feel in a way, but it's done lightly. So you still have that smoky nuance that's there for sure, but it's tamed ever so slightly, but also not allowing the smoke to really become overpowering or pungent or anything like that. If you love Zaharoff fragrances, you probably don't love them as much as I do, but if you love Zaharoff fragrances, guys, you got to check out Noir. This is great for the office because, again, just like I said with African leather, this one here, I get moderate, you know, projection, sillage, long-lasting, very long-lasting, great. I actually wore this in the office today. Fantastic fragrance. It's so lively. If you wanted a creamier version of signature Pour Homme without the barbershop feel that the heart of the fragrance does have, and you'll experience it kind of through the life of the fragrance. If you want like a beefier, more amped up base of signature Pour Homme, you've got to try this. It's great. It's an excellent office fragrance. And personally, I mean, this is just me. This is a personal opinion. I actually prefer this to signature Pour Homme. Now, that's blasphemy, I know, to probably a lot, or maybe all of you that are fans of that fragrance, but I like this one just a little bit more. And because, again, it's more me, it's more my style, my taste, and if your tastes are similar to mine, definitely try this one. You are definitely going to like this one. Obviously, you could sample before you, invest in a full bottle, but definitely worth getting your nose on and bringing it into the office. Zaharoff signature, but this one is Noir. Here's a fragrance from a house. Nobody talks about the house. Nobody talks about the fragrance. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. But it's Hacivat. Yeah, Hacivat. I love this stuff. It's so good. I don't care that, you know, a lot of people talk about it and kind of hype this up. What I will say, I think I've said this. This will be like the third time I say this. I get zero Aventus vibes. There is nothing about this that says like this needs to be head-to-head with Aventus. Nothing like that. Zero. Forget about it. Just because it has pineapple does not mean it needs to or has to or is trying to mimic or take that DNA and make it better. Nothing. None of it. Forget about it, like I said. But anyway, here you have this nice, fruity, tart-like top. So you have pineapple in here. You have, I believe, bergamot and grapefruit. Some kind of trio of fruits, but definitely pineapple in here. Great. The base gets a little bit spicy and earthy. You have patchouli in here. You have other woods, other spices too in the blend and the composition. Fantastic in the office. Fantastic stuff in the office. It's been a while since I pulled this one out and actually worn this. Now, I'm trying to see in the lights here. So my bottle is down here. So that's how much of the juice level that I've used, man. And, you know, this one, unlike the other two that I just spoke about, this one is a beast. So for me, I go in the office because I go ham when I'm, you know, out elsewhere in the world. I go ham on this one. I don't care. In the office, I'm a little bit more tame. So I go 3 sprays on skin with this, and I do maybe 2 to 4 on clothing. And I do strategically place those sprays. So they're not all like in close proximity of each other. You know, maybe you guys deserve a part 2 spray routine. You know, maybe I'll do that one of these days. But guys, check out Hacivat. Definitely wear this stuff in the office. It's so good, and it's a head turner. People are going to love the way that you smell. Again, though, I caution you again. I warn you. Be careful on the trigger. Don't spray too much of this. But Nishane Hacivat, a great option for the office for show. One of my favorite fragrances to wear in this time of year. I feel like I say that once in like every video when I am showcasing, you know, spicy, darker fragrances. Yep. Good old Spicebomb, baby. Grapefruit, probably bergamot. Bergamot's in like every fragrance, at least it is to me, because that's like the first thing that comes to mind. It probably has bergamot in it. Oh, yes. Spicy cinnamon, saffron in here. There's other spices. There's other woods in here. You have tobacco in here. Vetiver is another note that's in here. Amazing stuff. Very sexy. Now, a lot of people would say, bro, date night. I say, bro, wear whatever the frig you want, but especially in the office. This stuff is amazing. People love the way I smell when I wear that. No, that's annoying. Can't have it. But anyway, yeah, people love the way I smell when I wear this. It's just an amazing attention-getting type of a fragrance. And again, these, and I get it, guys. The community has smelled these. That's fine. But you have to think about you, your surroundings, and other people. Are other people into fragrances as much as you are? If they're not, they probably have never smelled this stuff before. It's just something to think about and to consider. Spicebomb is great because although many people before me have talked about it, many people after me, as long as this is in production, are going to talk about this, and that's fine. That is okay. This is still a great fragrance. I continue to talk about it every year because of its versatility, right? So that's the one thing all these fragrances have in common is they're highly versatile. But this one, I find to be the most versatile in the line. For me personally, for my taste, again, I want to stress that it's my taste. But this one, to me, is the most versatile in the line. It's the best smelling. It doesn't go off the beaten path. It's not trying to do this, that, or the next. It is what it is. It's a spice bomb. You have to love spices to love this fragrance, and you're just going to ignite a room when you walk in there and set that son of a gun on fire. You notice that? I'm being a nice boy. I'm not even swearing anymore, you know? But anyway, guys, Spicebomb, the original, is great for the office. Dry, but not too dry. It's just a pleasurable experience. When you walk by somebody and they catch of that scent trail, oh boy. Yeah. The OG Spicebomb. Check it out. Do you have this? You have to have this. And if you do, wear it in the office. Just so I could say, I told you so. Oh, just hypnotize me, baby. Oh, you caught me in a moment with my fragrance, but that's all right. It's Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. Great, versatile fragrance. Is it worth the hype that it gets? Absolutely. You have this, the tobacco here is a little bit more on the dry side, I would say. It's a little bit more on the dry side. You also have this cherry liqueur kind of a vibe that the fragrance has, you know? Oh, it's so beautiful. You have cinnamon, you have cloves in here. Very nice, dry, kind of woody experience as well that I get with this fragrance. It's really great. And again, it's intoxicating, it's sexy, it's seductive. We get all those descriptors, but this is also very gentlemanlike and sophisticated when you dress up the fragrance. So yes, if you own this, you gotta get it into the office with you. If you've never tried this before, I know you've heard about it. You need to try this fragrance. It's a great one. And another one too, and just like Spicebomb and the others that I mentioned that weren't Hacivat, because Hacivat's a beast. This is more of your moderate. You know, it's going to be more in that moderate vein. And I'm trying to keep when it comes to performance and stuff like that, I am trying to keep these recommendations more on the moderate side. Just at least that could be your safe zone. But again, you know, wanting you to think out of the box. But again, wanting you to be a little safe too, just in case. You know what I mean? But anyway, Tobacco Vanille is fantastic. Like I said, moderate scent cloud, as in terms of, you know, projection, that scent cloud, and the performance here, the longevity, I have no problem with this. I get anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, but again, it's moderate type of stuff. You're not going to be reaching, you know, 2-3 feet to grab somebody's attention. If they happen to enter your circumference, if you will, your circumference zone, they're going to smell you, and you're going to smell freaking amazing. Oh, I think there's vanilla in this too. I forgot to mention because it's in the name, so I didn't really want to, you guys know. Anyway, this stuff is just fantastic. It really is. And again, that scent trail that you leave behind, once it hits somebody right all up in their face, they're going to be like, and they're going to want to know what in the hell you are wearing because, again, it smells that good. So, and it has that level, like I said, of interest, of intrigue about it. And it's just one that's just a great wear. And I've been loving it. I really have. I've been enjoying wearing this. Why do I wear these fragrances into the office so much? Well, because I spend a lot of my life there. You know, that's why. But that's great because then I get to test them out there and I get to come back here, report to you guys, and tell you what works for me, and in hopes that you guys will try them out for yourself and see if they work with you and get us out of like blue, clean, fresh, soapy. Well, again, those fragrances and those styles are great, but I think it's also great too to have some versatility within your fragrance wardrobe, you know? So that's why I'm coming here each week giving you different recommendations of styles of fragrances and things like that that you can wear. I'm still debating on what episode to do next. I have 5 down that I've listed. It's just, where am I going to go next? That's always like a last minute decision because this was supposed to be next week's video, but it's here this week. So that just goes to show you my mind just changes so constantly. So anyway, guys, that was my time. These were my 5. Let me know. Do you wear spicy fragrances into the office? If not, did this video perhaps help you? Perhaps maybe change your mind a little bit? Get your, you know, your wheels turning and stuff like that? I would love to know. I really would love to know. Others would love to know as well. Now, if you are a fan of wearing spicy fragrances into the office or wherever you work, let me know. Please, let me know. List me some of your recommendations. List me. Okay, that's new. Put down some of your favorite spicy fragrances to wear in the office. But anyway, guys, that's my time. I appreciate you tuning in today. Until next time, do me another solid besides subscribing and all that jazz. Take care of each other. Respect everyone. Love each other, guys. I'll see you very soon. Until we see each other again. Take care. Love you all. Peace.